Hi, my name's Gary, and this video is being brought to you from the deck of my brand new carp barge, I guess. This is its maiden voyage. Came out to see what works well and what doesn't work so well. The boat itself is constructed from 16 gauge galvanized and aluminum diamond plate. The pontoons themselves have 83,000 cubic inches of air trapped in them, which would require you to put over 3,000 pounds on this thing to get these pontoons to completely submerge. So I got it in the water and I trolled upriver before I tried to start the 15 horsepower Johnson, which I received from my father-in-law in trade. Hadn't been started in quite some time, and about 10 pulls in I got it to fire. And this is where my first problem started. I have my generator and my battery mounted as far back as possible to counterbalance two dudes when they're shooting from the raised platform, which seemed like it would work until you put power to it. It lifts the nose of the boat pretty high out of the water, and you're trying to plane on the back third of these pontoons, and I'm getting a tremendous amount of drag from my recessed compartment where my fuel cell and my life vests are. It lifts up so high that, as you can see, I don't know if you can see back there how high, that pontoon in the very back is sticking up 8 or 9 inches out of the water. It picks it up to the point where that is flush with the water level. So my options at this point are to possibly try and change the angle that motor's sitting so that it wants to push up a little bit and forward, which I think I'm actually going to try that before I go to the next option, which would be to build a third pontoon. So as of right now, that's the only problem I have. Everything else works great. I was worried about the noise stepping on the galvanized since I have metal to metal. This winter I'm going to take all the decking off and get some of that rubberized tape to put in between the bracing that goes across and the decking. The trolling motor, 54 foot-pound thrust Minn Kota. It worked great. My number one concern after I had it built was that it wouldn't troll very nice. It would be very difficult to turn. However, that is not the case. That is the one thing it does very well. It is like a very bright mirror, so it definitely needs a coat of paint. As you can see, we have the generator mounted on the back with the battery and the motor, and that'll basically displace the weight of one guy up on the front. But again, it causes its own set of problems by not having any weight. When I get under power from the outboard, it just lifts the front. I mounted this little seat. Of course, it doesn't want to work right now. Mounted that little seat to sit on while you drive. Might be a skosh high, but it's working right now. That's the beauty of building your own boat, is if something fucks up, you could just cut it apart yourself. I literally cut every piece of this by hand and built it 100% from scratch. So whatever doesn't work out, I'll just cut it apart. The stability is good. I'm going to try and get it bouncing here. I'll get on the extreme corner. And I'm jumping, I'm 200 pounds, so I'm jumping up and down as hard as I can. And it's fucking roll proof. So, to reiterate, I'm pleased with how it trolls, but that's about all I'm pleased with. Stability is good, but I expected that to be with these decent sized pontoons. These pontoons are the equivalent to, weight-wise, something you'd find on a bigger boat, but without the added length, it doesn't do me any favors as far as getting under power on the outboard. So I wanted to come out here and try it before I go to the DMV and register it tomorrow. I still have some tweaking to do. Got to figure out something to get it to plane, either changing the motor angle to get it to pop up, or adding a third pontoon, which is what I don't want to do because that's a hell of a lot more work, and the novelty of building a boat has come and gone. With it the way it is, it's not that I couldn't fish with it. I mean, it got up to 8 or 9 miles an hour out here at Fox Grove until the wind picked up. As you can see, we're trolling around at a pretty good clip. Just on autopilot back here. So I guess as far as the outboard is concerned, it's back to the drawing board, but it is ready to fish. I'm gonna get this piece of shit off the water and start getting my lights installed. So I'll probably have to do another video for when I get all the problems worked out.